grab the chair.
There we go. Hello out there. How's everybody doing? Oh, there's one person out here. Hey, Travis. Hello, Christina. Oh, I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, I can turn the sound off. Hold on, I gotta turn my sound off. It works. Echoes a little bit, but that's okay. We are in the kitchen and it's very echoey in here. So welcome to another episode of Calamity Cooking, owned entirely by VCDI and TCDI. I hope everybody's doing well out there. We'll give everybody just a minute or so to get on. Yes, we get a piece soup. Yep. No, 3 sports. Because they can drink it, but I don't for tasting and stuff. So if I needed to, because they get the stuff right. So today, what am I doing today?
Standing there looking marvelous.
Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm trying to flick it, and it's not there. Oh, you know, they say when you lose something, you think it's still there. I still think my hair's there. Twirling it. All right, so today, what are we going to be cooking? As you see on here, I've got some wonderful ingredients. I've got some Parmesan cheese. We're just going to eat that. I've got some diced tomatoes, not potatoes, tomatoes, or tomatoes, depends on where you're from. Or, sunburned balls, things. I don't know. We got some Italian seasoning. We got some onions, some garlic, some chicken stock. We got some half and half. I'm not using heavy cream to make it just a little healthier, Ooh, boo! But half and half is good still too. Okay, it's not quite the same, but I only want to spend $2 and I don't want to spend $6. Yeah, so I went $2.
Fat costs so much.
I looked at the cream first, and then I looked at the half and half, and I'm like, it does the same thing, tastes pretty good still, so I'm going to go the cheaper. So keeping it under.
Just throw a couple cubes of butter in
it. Just keeping it under $20. Okay. So what do you think I am going to be making with what is here? What do you think, Anthony? I know you're
everything for a pasta, but bread and chicken stock is throwing me off.
It's throwing you off a little bit. All right.
Again, I'm probably not familiar with this.
Yeah. No, you are, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna dice up this onion here. Okay. All right. So I'm not as fancy as Gabrielle about doing this stuff, but she's like, just cut this. I don't care. She's fancy. I like tears. Tears make you realize you're not a robot. Being that I get asked that all the time. Anytime I purchase anything, pay for anything, and ask if I'm a robot. I'm pretty sure I am not, but you never know. Because that's what a robot would say. I am not a robot. Okay? We're going to take this outer layer off because there is a little bit of cooking stuff on it that you don't need. All right, so we're going to dice this up, okay? All right, so first thing is we're going to get some aromatics going in here, okay? All right, we're not going to use this whole onion. I was looking for a smaller one. They didn't have any small ones. They just have the medium-sized ones. Because this is considered a medium-sized onion, not a large. And then I'm going to kind of show you guys what I want to make, okay? So we're going to dice this up a little bit. And this is for flavor. We're going to be making, like I said, an aromatic, okay? Look at that. Ooh, you see my dicing skills aren't too bad. They're nice little dicey thingies, okay? So we're gonna get those going. We're gonna leave this here, don't need that. Next we're gonna take a couple cloves of garlic, okay? And yes, I'm using fresh garlic for this because I did not have any of the jar garlic at home. Usually I wouldn't bring that because it's almost the same thing. Not quite as tasty, you know, as this, but the jar stuff works just fine. Okay? Huh? Did you have something?
Oh, it's still good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the jarred stuff, to be honest. You know, it tastes good. But I find it doesn't break down as well when you cook. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, it doesn't break down as well.
And like my stir fries.
Mhm.
It doesn't bad.
Yeah, the little diced chunks are still there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we peel these bad boys up, okay? And I love garlic. Garlic is like one of the greatest things ever. In my opinion, it's one of the most staple things that you need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this garlic here. We're gonna cut these little hard pieces off the end, okay? Because we're getting an aromatic going for what I'm going to do. All right? So still no clue, huh, Anthony?
No.
Okay.
Not really. Still thinking.
All right, so we're just gonna smash those up to get those flavors out a little bit, okay? You know, I wish I had my little cleaver from home. Then we're gonna dice these bad boys up, okay? Just little chunks, because it's all gonna get blended together, to be honest with what I'm doing. Maybe that's a clue. If I'm gonna blend all this stuff together, what do you think it might become? All right?
I mean, it's gonna be a sauce.
It could be a sauce. So we're gonna take a little bit of this olive oil over here. We're gonna throw this in here, okay? Just a little bit, okay? And we're gonna get that turned on and start getting that hot, okay? So while that heats, we're gonna come over here and I'm gonna start opening up the cans just so they're all prepared to go. Oh, we got 11 people on, but only one person commenting. Christina. Say hello to Christina out there, everybody. So, it's been really cold lately, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been really cold. Okay, so what I am making is homemade tomato soup. Homemade tomato soup. I like soups. I've never made homemade tomato soup in my life. Because honestly, I like the Camel's one. As long as you make it with milk, it's good. If you make it with water, it is not good. Okay. So we're making tomato soup. So it's gonna take some chicken broth and some tomatoes and some vegetables in there, okay? Oh, what you got there?
My lunch.
Oh,
I'm hungry. Eating
Yeah.
breakfast.
well, I'm gonna have some soup here in a minute.
And we'll go with my sandwich.
Yeah. And then also to go with it, I'm gonna make some cheesy sourdough, okay?
Use sharp cheddar.
I like sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar is like my go-to cheese. I was gonna get some smoked Gouda, because I thought maybe some smoked Gouda like
Oh, that would be
sourdough. However, once again, everything is very expensive. So for a big block of sharp cheddar, I paid $4.99. Okay? For the Gouda, the little thing of Gouda, $8.99. Yeah, so I decided to go sharp cheddar.
You might want to worry about how you're good at milk because we are in a time limit here. It's not at home where you can.
True. Very true. All right, so we got our olive oil there. It's kind of all centered in there. So we're gonna get these nice aromatics going in here. All right. So.
Wow, you're using fancy words.
Yeah, there's some sizzle. We're gonna get these softening up and clearing up a little bit. Yep, there's sizzle. Just quiet. So we're gonna throw these in. All right. I gotta be careful because I did sharpen the knife, so it is extra sharp today. Okay.
So the Calamity.
Yeah, and we're gonna throw that garlic in there with it. We're gonna get this sauteing just a little bit. All right. Okay.
Would the garlic cook too quick if you put it in with the onions, or does it kind of?
It kind of mixes in with it, but you have to keep an eye on it, otherwise the garlic can burn. It can burn faster than the onions. Okay, we'll give that a little stir, not a steer.
Steer it up.
Okay. Because I always get teased because my English is rednecky.
I steer it.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
steer
steer
too.
car.
Yeah. And then I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to it, okay? You can kind of add how much you want, because it is kind of very just,
Personal taste.
yeah, personal taste, okay? Oh, it actually smells really good. And Italian seasoning, for those who don't know, has a little bit of everything you need. Has basil, oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and garlic. Okay, we're just gonna sprinkle some of that in there.
Better than the trifecta.
Yep, yeah, it's a little bit more. Okay, we're just gonna throw these in here. Now, a couple of these things I brought from home. I didn't actually purchase them. Okay, because I wanted to show that most cupboards actually have stuff. So some of them are like diced tomatoes. I brought the onion, the garlic from home because it's stuff that most people always have on hand. We have what are called our staples. Usually everybody always has some type of canned tomato in their cupboard, a sauce, because you can use tomato sauce too for this, but I don't want to.
We never run out of rice in my house.
Rice is one, pasta noodles, the salts, this stuff all was here because we have our staples in our cupboard, okay? You know, so there are staples, but, what you looking at?
We had a can of whole tomatoes.
I brought that, I brought that, because I wasn't sure when I find out the store, so I had backup just in case. But one thing I did when I did, because the ones I have are from Costco, Kirkland brand, and they're just diced tomatoes. But when I was at Smart and Final, they had diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano. So a little extra flavor. So you always look, because sometimes there's some extra flavor that you could add.
They also make that where it has diced green chilies and stuff, and that's what I use when I like to do chili.
Yeah, so they do. There would be jalapenos in it, there could be bell pepper, there's all kinds of stuff. You can get fire roasted, because one of the recipes I looked up to make tomato soup said, ooh, use fire roasted diced tomatoes. But I don't want to go too fancy, because everybody doesn't like fire roasted. But fire roasted in a salsa is really good.
Oh, but you would have had the smoked Gouda and the fire roasted one.
Yeah, it would have been very, very nice.
That went really well.
No, I've got 3 people in here. Can you guys smell the aromatics in here?
Yeah.
You have the garlic, the onions, and the Italian seasoning. And you just gotta kind of just give it a little bit of cook. Okay, because we're gonna let this cook a little bit. So now I'm gonna add the tomatoes to it. Okay? And you want the juice. You want the juice. Sometimes things will call for you to drain it, but we're making soup. Okay, so the more liquid the better, right? Yes. Okay? So we're gonna throw those in there. We're gonna add all 3 cans.
Or gently pour.
Yeah, or just throw it in there, you know? Yeah, you can nicely pour it. Who out there likes soup? You guys like soup?
Love soup.
What's your
Tomato basil is my favorite.
tomato basil? That's kind of what this recipe is. I didn't buy any fresh basil. I didn't like how it looked. But the Italian seasoning has basil in
It's
it.
everywhere.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it smells so good now.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I'm a little gassy.
You
It's
just,
not hitting the wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
Yes. So it's super aromatic in here, guys.
Christina loves soup.
Yeah. What's your favorite soup, Christina?
She wants to know if you're making grilled cheese though.
Well, I talked about it. I'm not making grilled cheese. I'm going to make some cheesy bread to dip it
It's
in. Okay.
close.
So what? Yeah, let's just call it a deconstructed grilled cheese sandwich, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I need to get this butter softening up a little bit. All right. So, also in here, because we got to bring this up to a boil. Okay, I'm actually going to turn it up a lot. The chances of this burning is very low because it's very liquidy. But you still want to watch it. But I'm going to increase the temperature a little bit to get it boiling a little quicker. But we're going to add the chicken broth to it, okay?
Christina likes chicken noodles.
Chicken noodle. Chicken noodle is a good one. Okay? So you add a couple cans of chicken broth. You don't have to use chicken. You can use vegetable. You can use a beef one. But chicken's probably the saltiest one. And you'll notice I'm not going to add any salt to this until the end. Okay? Because you don't want things super salty. Well,
Because your tomatoes probably already have salt in them.
yeah, the tomatoes, the canned tomatoes usually has a lot of sodium in them. Yeah. So we're gonna get that stirred, get that boiling. All right. And if you already look at it, it's already got like the color of a tomato soup, but it's gonna get better as it cooks. While that is doing that, we're gonna take some of this sharp cheddar and get it grated for our toast. Is today the day? Is today the day that the grater dies? Okay.
That block of cheese in your hands, man.
Oh yeah.
Distinct
Ooh.
possibility.
Oh. But I could do that. I'd regret it till later. Okay? So we're gonna grade this cheese up. Yeah. Oh, somebody thought I was funny.
Oh, there it went.
And I hardly even touched it. Did you see that? I hardly put any pressure on it. My goodness.
Oh, man.
There it is. Look at that.
There it went.
And today was the day. We knew it was coming. And I hardly did anything to that one. So I'm not taking the blame. I'm not.
Waiting just for you.
I am not taking the blame for that one. You know, so this is going to be interesting. All right.
Just for you, it waited. Through all of those uses, just.
Yeah, I barely touched that thing. Yeah, I wasn't bending it, pushing hard, anything. Oh, finally it broke. But we said once it broke, we would buy a good metal one. So,
Box grader, here we go.
yeah, box grader, here we go. Okay, so we're going to grade this cheese. Yeah.
Give me paper towels.
Hey, calm down over there.
That thing's been
Acting weird,
The
yeah.
batteries are.
No, I think the zero's big.
So, we're going to grade some cheese so we can make our little cheesy bread, okay? So, just grade. Do you want to do me a favor after you do that?
Sure.
Will you soften that butter for me? So I don't have a repeat of what happened last time?
Oh.
Just soften it a little bit so I can spread it.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're gonna spread that a little bit on our bread to make a garlic cheese bread. Mm-hmm.
This is when we really need some.
Glass bowls. All right. And that probably will be enough cheese for what I'm doing because you don't want to overdo it, you know. So we keep that going. So what this recipe does call for, I am a big advocate for kosher salt. I use kosher salt more than anything when I cook. I think it tastes better. I think it mixes in good.
And you need the iodine.
And you need the iodine. What?
Knife, please.
Please.
Thank you.
And when you hand over a knife, you never release until the person says thank you, because that means they have it. Just like with scissors, that's a little rule, just so you guys know. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna go in here and grab a little garlic powder. The grain I like garlic, because I'm gonna mix it with the butter. There. So we got Gabrielle doing the cheese for the bread. We have these Parmesan cheese packets, so I thought, maybe sprinkle some of that on top of the, I'm gassy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Veronica.
Boy, Veronica comes right in.
It's a big wall.
Yeah. So while that's boiling a little bit, we're going to talk about how you blend it. Okay, you can blend, because I'm going to blend all that mixture together. Okay, but do we have a blender here? We don't. But honestly, a blender is not the best way to blend soup because you have to transfer it.
Are you gonna mix this with that or just spread it on?
I was just going to spread it on, I think.
Okay, I think
That's probably enough, yeah? Or...
either or they're both.
Okay.
They're both good.
Yeah, so you don't want to transfer hot stuff necessarily to a blender, okay? One, it's a lot of transferring of foods, and it's just a lot more work. So
Builds up pressure too.
builds up pressure because it's hot, and you have to put a lid on it, stuff like that. So, what would you use to blend something hot or something that you're trying to emulsify and
Ooh, another big word. Emulsify.
yeah, emulsify, liquefy? What are hand blenders called? Do you know?
We just call it zzz in our
We
house.
have a
Oh,
hand blender.
I see that right there.
So some awesome person bought me this for Christmas. Dun 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 dun.
Pretty wild.
Oh, that's pretty wild, isn't it? We got Anakin's lightsaber here, you know, but it's missing parts still. Oh, look at that. We've got Anakin's, it's called an emulsion blender. Hand blender. So what we're gonna do with this, once this is ready, we're gonna stick this in and blend this bad boy up. It'll chop everything up. I have used it for a couple things already at home. I make pozole on New Year's, and I made a really good pozole this year.
It was good.
And I use that to chop up the peppers after I soaked them in water. So that is what you would use because it's really sharp, guys. If you look, you know, it doesn't touch the bottom, but it sucks everything in. And then see these little blades right here? So it's going like that. You guys will see when I use it. All right. So we gotta keep that get going. But we can start putting the cheese bread together a little bit. Okay. Where is our one spatula we have? Aha. Our one spatula. So I am a big fan of sourdough. Sourdough is like my favorite bread in the world.
I think it's one of the last.
Yeah. And honestly, after sourdough, I'm a huge rye fan. A good rye bread. There's good rye bread, there's bad rye bread. Yeah, but I like rye bread. So, but I like flavors. Who's big on flavors? Not Veronica. I actually shopped around and it was on sale for $3.99 a thing, which is actually a good deal for sourdough.
Yes.
But it's garlic sourdough.
Oh, God.
So it's already got a little garlic in it. Because what I say I love? Garlic. Okay? So you know I'm not a vampire. I'm a werewolf. Okay? Garlic's good for dogs. So, I think, right? Isn't it? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. That could be false advertisement. I don't know. Because we're looking it up. That's what's great about little computers. Probably bad for my dog, get farts. Yeah. So we're gonna put that on there. We're gonna take our spatula wherever it went. We got some. Ooh.
No.
Not good.
Whether raw or cooked is toxic to dogs.
Well.
Calamity and the big T.
Diarrhea.
Wow, we're cooking here, ladies. Jeez. Wow, you guys are so rude.
Onions are not good for your dogs either, so.
Yeah.
Or are grapes.
Yeah, I've heard grapes are really bad.
They cause, what is it, kidney failure.
Ooh, wow.
So we're gonna butter this bread up a little bit, and then we're gonna take a couple seasonings I have, and we're gonna add it.
Butter the better.
Yeah, more butter the better. Okay.
I thought this was supposed to be done by the time I got back.
Hey, you can leave the kitchen if you're unhappy with the product, you know, and not come back over in here and never get the choice
The
of.
product is the person that's working the product to get it done in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm honestly, it's boiling. It's boiling. We're gonna let that boil a little bit longer.
I bring it over there, but I'm afraid.
Yeah, our thing's not in great shape. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit more
We're gonna
butter.
try, folks.
Yeah, oof. Yeah, hold that thing good. Okay.
Can you see it in there bubbling?
Yes, we're just gonna let that bubble a little bit. So we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of garlic, granulated garlic on this bread. Woo! Woo!
Even more garlic, yum.
More the better.
Yes.
Everybody eat some before you leave so you can go on the bus and give everybody, hi, how are you?
Then we're gonna add a little Italian seasoning to the top of it. Woo! It's raining herbs.
It's raining, man.
No, it's raining. Well, herb is a man. Herb is a man. Okay.
Herb.
All right. Then we're gonna take some of this cheese and we're gonna spread it on top of these. Okay. Mmm. All right.
Are you gonna boil that or bake it?
I preheat the oven to bake it, but I might need to broil it to speed it up just a little bit. Might have to switch it. Yeah. Because I am getting close to my time.
Oh, we should have moved it.
You just got 6 minutes out.
Hey, no one asked. No one asked, but thank you. No one asked, but thank you. Keeping me all lined up. All right, so Gabrielle threw the broiler on. So we're gonna send this cheesy bread into the
Fires of hell.
yeah. So say bye-bye to the happy cheese bread.
Bye-bye cheese bread.
All right. All right, we're just gonna leave that in for a minute or so. We'll check on it though, okay? So, this here is pretty much ready to go because I use diced tomatoes, not whole tomatoes or fresh tomatoes. They should blend up a little better than fresh ones because they're already kind of cooked. Hey, am I boring you, Joe?
I'm sorry, are you talking?
Yes.
Oh, I
Wow.
was just smelling this delicious food that was just in my
So,
brain.
if you want to bring over the camera there, Joe, so if you drop it, it's your fault. Oh.
It's challenge accepted.
All right. Good. I've already done it once and I didn't drop it and break it.
So, we have our emulsion blender.
Can you spell that backwards?
Yes. Shut up. Okay. So we're going to come over here to our mixture over here, and we're going to start blending this bad boy up. Okay. Okay. So we're going to blend this up. If you hear it, it's all okay. Starting to blend up. It may not be perfectly smooth, but it's going to be much better than what it was. Okay. And what's it going to look like?
Don't bring it up too high.
What?
Yeah, I'm really worried about
And actually, if you look at it, if you look at it too, from when I started, it's actually thicker now.
Yeah.
You know, because it gets a lot of air and stuff in it. Okay.
That sucker's powerful.
It is. You see it sucking the thing up? If you look at it, it's pretty much emulsed. So, we'll just set that there for a second.
So did you already cover the design of this device that you're using and the specialness of it?
Huh?
Did you discuss the special?
Yes, that's Anakin's lightsaber.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we do need to add a little bit to is we do need to add some salt to it, okay? You're gonna have to add some salt. But, look at all these critics around here. So, let me taste it.
Don't burn your mouth. Oh, hot.
Need salt.
No, we meant taste of salt, not that.
You want me to die? So I'm gonna add probably about a tablespoon, that's about a tablespoon. Teaspoon maybe.
Teaspoon and a half.
Okay, we're gonna sprinkle that in.
Anthony says yes.
One thing I'm pretty liberal with when I cook is pepper. I love pepper. So I won't go too bad because I know like Joe's a wuss when it comes to pepper.
I love pepper.
So we're gonna add some pepper, okay?
It does start with a P though.
But But what I need, I like creamy soups. Okay? If I make Campbell's tomato soup is delicious. I love it. Oh, not quite. Okay? Campbell's soup is delicious. I like it. If that's what you have, that's what you have. It's good. But don't make it with water. Make it with milk. Okay? It tastes better. So that is why I have the half and half. And I'm going to add this whole thing to this to make it creamy.
Ooh, I get
Okay.
a big bowl of soup.
All right? Yeah, there's plenty. There's going to be plenty. Then we got to taste again for salt and pepper. But the thing with salt and pepper is you can always add your own. Okay? If you want. Okay? So we're going to add this in. And you'll see that the color changes. Okay? So we're going to take our emulsion blender again and go. Suction on this thing is really good. Okay, and just mix it in. As you can see now, it is creamier looking.
It is, the force is with it.
And it is creamier now. Okay? So now we need to taste it to see how it is. Let's see. But first I gotta check this. A little bit longer.
We would have had higher.
Yeah, higher, yeah. All right. So you'll see, look, there's no more whole tomatoes in it. Look at that. Okay. So. I think it could use a little more tiny seasoning. A little more tiny seasoning and a little more pepper. Okay. Yeah, if I had fresh basil, the basil doesn't look great, is why I didn't get it. Yeah. So we're gonna add a little bit more of this, and it actually could use a little bit more pepper. Okay. Now salt, like I said, salt. I think it could use more salt, but you want to taste it? We'll let her, Gabrielle judge.
Saltaholic?
So here we go. Oh, gotta check these. Now they're good. It's not bad,
Not bad.
but the salt, it's questionable. It could, might.
You could, but if you're gonna have some of that cheesy bread along with it, I think it'll be good.
Yeah. I hate these ones. They don't contort in my
And that is
hand.
a trick that most people forget when you're making something like that, the seasoning, you gotta remember the other salty contents too.
Yeah, that's going with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could use it, but I don't think we have to add it. So what we're gonna do though is we're gonna take the bread, we're gonna slice into little sticks, okay? And in each little cup we'll get a little stick. You can drink the tomato soup with the stick. So here is how you can make an easy homemade tomato soup. I hope it looked like something you guys can do, and it pretty much has everything that you may or may not have in your cup. This is like I described, may or may not have. But most likely you do have this stuff. You could use tomato sauce to make it, where it's already creamy instead of the diced tomatoes, but you know, it's good to learn that you don't necessarily need that stuff to make soups. So I hope you enjoyed today's Calamity cooking, and there was a calamity, it finally died. Aww.
Clay broke it.
I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
I did. I was the last one to touch it, so it isn't my fault. So thank Huh?
Is that the low one?
No, it was just a handle on it.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's a pretty flimsy handle. Alright, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a great rest of today. Yeah, it didn't come out too bad.